enjoying my lips so fucking hard. God, you're so hot.
What? What'd you say?
What'd you say?
What did you say? Huh?
I beat my wife.
Okay, that's an intro. Let's go.
This is an intro. Hey, I beat my
Beat my wife.
I beat
Yes.
my wife. Yes.
Okay. A decade that promised to start great from the last year, but started off with a shaky one.
Mine.
From Australian fires to nearly starting World War III, to celebrities dying and coronavirus beginning.
My
This
friend
is a recap
Josh
of the year 2020.
blew himself up and his two kids.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What?
Who? Lewis.
Lewis. Dude,
Who's Lewis?
Lewis is a fucking. Alright, let's just.
You might cut off, brother. What?
Alright. Let's get serious. Let's get physical.
Let's get intimate.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
know
gonna
what?
hold like my mic like this so I look like those typical insecure people. Like
Yeah, hiding the chin, hiding the chin. Ah, I see.
yeah, man, I'm a
I see how it is. I bet, bro, bet. What Polish pussy does to a man in the highway.
Polish. No, that was Croatian fish. Although you know,
That's what Croatian pussy does to
I'll
a
have
man.
you know that was Croatian fish. Alright, you know, and I'm not a
I
good.
fished-
I'm not.
I fi-
I'm not a good fisherman. You know, I haven't.
This guy fished in Croatia, and let me tell you one thing: this guy did not catch a good fish, nor a clean one.
If anything, I catch a fucking dirty puffer fish.
This fucking with stank inside it.
It's fat. It's poisonous. It's fucking ugly.
It is used as a chemical weapon against Serbians.
Yeah, and you call that an eagle? Yes, the tragedy of a man.
That's
filling-
that's the talk of 2021's first ever In This Bit podcast.
You know.
In girls.
I think the moment I started like well, come on, make words, Sigmar, make words, make sense. Like
Sleep.
the one that the first time I lost like a lot of reputation on Discord was when I you know, like she made a profile picture of me, like our personas hugging each other, and like I like she put out a profile picture and I put it as well, and man, everyone fucking freaked out, like you included, like everyone fucking freaked out.
Year in recap 2019.
Oh, dude, my fucking camera again, like what the
Was
fuck?
it 2019? I don't remember.
It was.
Did that happen in 2019? No. it didn't.
No, okay. Let's recap since.
When were you 19?
Okay, hold on. Let's recap since I dropped out of school. So I dropped out of school in January 2018, right when I turned 18, because that was my birthday in January.
Yes.
I went to I went to Cannes. I worked at my sister's place. I made some money, and my father lent me some money as well. So I took my first trip to Scotland to visit Chelsea. Then I came back. I worked again, and then I went to Slovenia to meet up with Leo and Sani and Hydro, and
Internet friends to meet in
internet
real
friends. Because to be honest, man, like French people, they're fucking stupid, and I'm fucking stupid as well. But like they're like on a whole nother retarded level. Like we're like a first world country, and we still find ways to bitch about things, like and this is just like saddening. I mean, like you look at like countries and shit are like in the fucking shithole, and they're not complaining as much as we do, and. So anyway, 2018, 2019. That's like I think towards like April, that's where I started talking with her. And then I went to see her on like summer 2019, and then I broke up with her like 2 weeks after.
That was a quick relationship, wasn't it?
It was like 2-3 months, and after like two,
Secret or
what?
of secret relationship or public?
No, like that, like when me and her, like we decided to like have a, like we both knew our feelings for each other. Like I instantly like made it public, because it was like I don't want to like, I might as well just face the shame than trying to like hide it.
Okay.
And so yeah, so that was like we talked for online for like 2 months, I think 2 or 3 months. And then yeah, like I went to see her for 2 weeks, and then when I came back home, I was like, if I can't have that pussy, I'm just gonna like fucking leave. Like, but still did it in like a really fucking shit way. Like I could have done things like way
You could have
nicer.
done anal, probably egging, probably.
But
No,
I don't know. But like
36, 37,
I don't know.
67. No? Okay. None of that. No cowgirl, nothing. Intimate information, guys.
It's like I don't want to talk about this. Like,
It's not a pleasant memory. Let's say that.
well, I mean, it was my first time getting actual pussy, so I guess that was nice. I guess
Okay.
you know.
Was it awkward in any way? Because first sex is always quite awkward,
To be honest,
especially with a
no. I mean,
person you love.
I was
So
like really confident, and
felt like
so
enough.
confident that like after we were done with it for the first time, like because like that was my first time with her. Like she legit thought I had like I did it before. Like she thought I was like experienced, and she's like, no, this is my first time. But I'm
Last
I'm
she
I'm
knew,
a, I'm a
she just
sad
watched
I'm a,
enough
I'm a
porn.
sad fucking Kumra. I watch a lot of porn. Maybe that gave me some fucking tips. I'm not saying porn is an actual example. Because it's not really showing love between
Some of
two
it is
people.
scripted.
Yeah, it's scripted, and it's I don't know. There's just something about porn. Like I swear to God, I'm really trying to like. I don't know if I have a porn addiction, but I am really trying to like do anything than fucking, you know, fucking jerking myself off. And the best thing actually is when you have a job, because when you have a job, you come home, you're tired of shit. The only thing you want to do is play with your friends. You're not thinking about fucking jerking yourself off, and you know that if you jerk yourself off, and you're gonna wake up early in the next morning, like that shit is gonna like fucking tire you as well. So it's like if you're not doing anything, you're gonna spend way much more time just thinking about it and getting horny over stupid shit and fucking jerking yourself. And I think that's an actual problem now. Like,
So yeah, as a former porn addict, what will be your tips to get out of that addiction?
just do anything else that requires you to go outside. Like, if it's a
And what
hike,
would you suggest to people?
I mean, anything, but having a job, well, having a job has its ups and downs, especially if you're doing a job that you don't like doing. But if you do like a job that is somewhat decent, you're gonna make money for yourself. You're gonna be productive for you and other people, and you're gonna feel like you're back in. You're gonna make you feel like you're part of the mechanism of society.
Pendulum.
At the same time, that doesn't make you a slave. I mean, there's certain reasons where you could call yourself a slave when you're working, like when you like do like extra hours and you don't get paid for it. But if you do a job, even though it's hard, even if it's hard, if you do a job that you like and you know that your boss isn't fucking you over, like that's just all bueno for you. And yeah, I don't know, like just doing anything. I know when I had to work for like 3 weeks straight, and I had to wake up in the morning and like 5:30 to take the train at like 6, and then go to work at 7, like, and then I would go home, like I would finish at 6 p.m. and I would arrive home around like 7:30, and I would have like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours to like play with the boys, and then go to bed. Like and not at any moment during these 2 weeks I thought of just, oh, maybe I should jerk off, because that was just, I was in a complete productive rhythm, and yeah, even
felt better.
yeah, like, so that's simply just being like productive human.
Okay, John, take notes.
Yeah. I don't like this. There's two people on the stream. I know there's you. I think the other one, I don't know if that's just like my computer or.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
So, doesn't matter because no one's fucking listening.
If you are down bad and jerk off at least 2 times a day, the best way to get out of it is do something productive, such as finding a job, working out, going outside, reading books, etc.
Yeah.
And because that takes your mind off of a woman you cannot even fuck. So
women are the devil.
Yes, women are the devil. Moral of the story.
I rarely jack off twice in the same day. Like sometimes it's like once every 2 days. But like when I get really bored, like sometimes it's like one time per day.
You let that nut build up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You let that build up, then you fucking bust it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It's good. And another tip, if you work for 3 weeks straight without janking yourself off, but where the nut builds up, bro, when you bust that shit, that shit go everywhere. You can't control that shit. It's like a garden hose being cut off while it's just firing on all cylinders. You get me? Just
it's fucking
everywhere, on the walls, on your mom, on your dad, probably.
Dude,
everywhere.
I would say like, a wank per week. That should be way more than enough. Because I think not jerking off at all, like restricting yourself, it's
a temperate lifestyle.
It's like, I don't know, but yeah, like at some point I used to like just jerk off like once a week, and that was like because when you jerk off, I realized it's like the same feeling I had when I was like getting drunk with beer, especially because I don't know, I get like different feelings with different types of alcohol. Like you have like this euphoria like building up, and like when I'm jerking off and shit, and then when I came, like there's like this split second where I'm feeling this. It's a good pleasure. I wouldn't say it's intense, but it's a sense. Well, yeah, more or less
intense.
And then you like, you delve back into reality, and you're looking at your screen. You're like, what the fuck did I just jerked off
what
on?
Is this?
Like, yeah, like even if it's just like regular porn, like I'm disgusted by this pussy or this dick. I mean, what the fuck did I just jerked off? Like, and it's like, you're like, then you think back, you're like, why was I horny for this in the first place? Like, why was I fucking yanking my tank on this? Like, this is disgusting. And then
these are two guys. What is this?
and then you let pass go a couple of hours, a couple of days, and you go back to it, even if it's the same thing. You're like, well, I'm fucking horny for that. Like, and it's Yeah, I don't know. Go figure. It's just, and it's kind of like the same feeling with beer. You know, when you get like that ecstasy building up, and then you get the fucking hangover, which is just you like essentially like going down the big fucking mountain of joy you've climbed up. Like you just go down from it, and it's just a fucking shithole. You're going straight to hell. And yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I never struggled with alcoholism, but what you explained there in psychology is called positive feedback loop. So basically, when you do one thing, you want to do it over and over again because the feeling is, really good. It can be alcoholism. So basically, when somebody drinks alcohol, beer, wine, vodka, whatever, and they get out of it with hangover, they realize that they need to drink more to get out of this hangover, and it just kind of builds and builds and builds. And the more that they drink, the better they feel, because if they don't drink more, they stagnate and they don't have this feeling of euphoria anymore. And that's how alcoholism develops in a person. And same with most addictions as well, even probably jerking off addiction. Just draining your fucking balls when you jerk off about 5 times a day,
Hmm.
because you're looking for this feeling of euphoria again and again. And it's not it's a positive feedback loop, because the more you do it, the more positive it is, but more detrimental it is to your health. So, and it can develop into such a degree where your body actively depends on that positive feedback loop. Like, for example, um, alcoholics who are coming out, or not coming out, that sounds gay, but mm, um, alcoholics that are on probation, that cannot drink anymore, right? Out of rehab, their bodies do not function properly anymore after that rehab, just because their bodies were actively dependent on that positive feedback loop of drinking more and more and more, because their bodies already adapted to that um, situation, not situation, but state of mind, state of body. And that's how it is. And that's how it is for most addictions as well. It can be gambling, fucking porn addiction, as I said, alcohol, and the list just goes on and on.
Yeah.
It is detrimental not only to physical health but mental health as well, because then you don't feel like, oh, if I don't do this, I don't feel happy anymore, which we can lead into second subject, um, how that thing, that relationship affected you mentally.
Well, I guess I learned a lot of how to how to treat someone and how to be treated back. It's not expecting how to be treated back. It's about how treating a person, and and having her treating you like that's the thing I kind of like realize with relationship, which is also why I'm not keen to restart anytime soon, because I have other plans. And to me, like a relationship, it's something serious. It's something you have to be careful of, because if there will be heartbreak, and if there is, you have to make sure you were with the right person in the first place. But heartbreak happened nonetheless. We can't really know anyway. But there was this dude who was like talking about kind of like how you should treat someone, and he was like, instead of asking the question, "Do you love me?" You should ask the question, uh, "How?" Wait, what did you say again? How?
What do you expect of me?
Yeah, like how? What can I do to make things better? What can I do to, like instead of just like being like a one-sided question, it's like a, the two people just because that's what
It's an open question.
yeah, because that's what the relationship is about. It's not about a person doing more than the other, and then like going on here about, oh, I'm the one that did the most in this couple. Because if you're in that state of mind, you might as well just break up, because it's not a fucking leaderboard. It's not about,
It's a competition.
yeah, it's not about who's the best lover between the two. It's about the the two people just doing as much work, like the same amount, on making things better if they aren't already, and exploring each other, and all that. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays just don't have the patience for that. Like, and yeah, I did like fucked up, and I fucked up my part in this relationship, because I ended things in a way that were really wrong. I didn't know how to, because like that was the first time that I was the one breaking things up, because that was like my actual first relationship. The other girls I knew before were just, it was kind of mixed, It was like, dumb kids shit. Like this was like my first like actual relationship, and I didn't know how to I didn't know how to find the words, so I panicked and I said some really fucked up shit to her, so I would make sure that like she just doesn't come back and try to like make me change my mind and go back, because I knew that I wasn't happy
with malevolence, revenge, maybe.
No, it's just I knew I wasn't happy with her, because she just wasn't there, and but also because like
she wasn't there, in heart, mentally,
like physically. I mean, in heart, and she was like, it was great. She was adorable, but at the same time, she was constantly like having like mental breakdown, and I didn't mind helping her, but the thing is, like, try to help someone that you love on the internet, or even a friend. Like, try to help them with mental issues, when literally the only thing you can do is talk to them, or send them fucking funny image and shit like that. Like the way
via text.
Like the way I to me, the best medicine that you can do to help someone out of any issues they have is just you take them out with you, and you go do some shit. You go to a bar, you go take a drink, or you go,
So
do hiking.
Why do you hate black people?
Wait, how the fuck did he join?
He joined because we are in a fucking lounge.
Yeah, but I didn't even hear him join.
I didn't hear him join either.
Fucking
unexpected guest, everybody. A officer of the 25th Artillery Division of the U.S. Army, stationed in Germany as of right now. Sekro, welcome.
Hi. All that was wrong except Germany.
Yeah, artillery. I was an artillery officer, correct?
Oh yeah, that was right.
Okay, there you go. I don't know if it's 25th or 160th, but
no, it's the 41st.
41st. Oh, my brother. 41st. Okay,
my brother.
That brother from another black mother. Why is
hey, you know what I actually just finished downloading?
What?
Siege.
Okay, that's cool. Let Yegmai finish his story then.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like going on and on.
Oh, you're rambling.
But basically, like, yeah, to me that's the best medicine. You just go out with someone, and you do real life stuff. You do like actual things with them, because to a point, and that's to a point, and that's like what I'm realizing right now, and I think some of us are realizing is that games aren't doing it anymore, not that much. I mean, like, the only reason why I come back on my computer every day and I log in Discord is because you guys are here, and like the reason why I play games is because of you guys. Like I wouldn't sit my head, like I can't think of a game I'd play by myself, you know? Like if I had no friends online, I wouldn't even be that much on the computer. But the thing is, like, reality is like the few.
Yes, you would. Hentai Simulator, bro. You play it all day, every day. What's wrong about that?
Fuck.
Hmm?
Wait, who?
You, bro. You play Hentai Simulator all day, every day, single player. What's wrong?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Yeah, shit, I do.
yeah, man.
God.
Us, bro. When imposter suicide.
Dude, shut up. uh, yeah. I don't know, man. It's just everything. Like the way technology has fucking changed our lives so much to a point that like a lot of things are just being digitalized, and you know we're losing touch of what is human, you know, like we're social creatures. We're made to just live in groups and do stuff, and sure we're doing stuff in groups still, but it's like, you know, we're far away from each other, like, and just from a simple things, when a human talk to another one, to another, like we share vibration in our speech, and this is like an extra way of like appreciating, you know, human communication. But when it's online, when it's on a computer, like, you know, when I'm talking to you, you're just hearing zeros and one. You know, this is all just binary. You know, there's no that's not my actual voice that you're hearing. This is just like, you know, fucking technology is just converting my voice into this device, and then it's popping out the other way. But you know, there's no vibration. It's not actually a human voice, so to say. And just from like a simple things like that, like this is just like killing humans. And like like for example, like ASMR, like when I used to be a kid, there was like this doctor. He had like a really smooth voice, like really like deep voice, and I would like calm like that would fucking calm me down. Like that was just so soothing. And I really I went on like numerous amount of ASMR channels on YouTube and shit, and I could never find, you know, like a voice like that, because of just like this, how there's just no vibration, because I'm just listening to fucking binary. I'm listening to zeros and ones just fucking each other, you know. This is not an actual human's voice. And so there's a lot of things, we gain a lot of things with technology. We gain the ability to talk with people from across the world, which is fucking amazing. At the same time, you know, we're less keen to go outside and actually meet people. And so it's a blessing and a curse, I'd say. Like I have mixed feelings about, you know, internet and everything, because it makes people connect between each other way more, but at the same time it isolates people. It makes them scared of the outside world, and which is why today you got all these fucking communities like furries and weeb and shit, and these people are just becoming outcasts, you know. And if it wasn't for internet in the first place, these people would, you know, just go outside. But some people find it just easier to just stay inside and not, like, you know, face the reality of mankind, because we're just made to just hang out with each other. I mean, like, my objective is like to like live somewhere, maybe in Canada, like with some of you at least. Like that would be like a fucking great experience. I'd like to live. I don't just want to fucking like settle in France and live with all these fucking dickheads that are just fucking complaining about jack shit, you know, like. And just that, you know, it gives me a purpose already. It gives me something to, you know, to go for, to work for. So, you know, at least that's like something.
So we talked about highs and lows of a relationship, uh, its mental aspects, and general vibe or situation around internet connectivity and isolation of the youth. Let's talk about aftermath of the relationship. What happens?
Well, not only did I fuck things up with her, I fucked things up with like a lot of people because I at the same time like had this really nice job and a really nice team as well, which we became like good colleague, like even friends, I'd say, sort of, because we'd like hang out after work and go drink and shit. And I don't know what the fuck happened in my head, but like I was like, okay, now that I have an actual like, you know, real social life, I guess I can just, quit Discord. And I just acted like a fucking putrid piece of shit. I just said like I'm fucking leaving. I hate all of you people. Like I'm just fucking ditching everyone. I could have just fucking said like, hey, I'm just gonna take a break. The good old cringy taking a break away from Discord. But no, I went like full on fucking dickhead. Like, and this is not like the first time and I don't want to. I don't want to say that like I'm a nice person, but I when I act like a dickhead, like I don't do on purpose, but then like I'm just realizing way too fucking late every time. And yeah, like I just said like some really like fucked up things to her, and yeah, she was mad at me after that.
Okay. So you basically were a tower of cards. When you fell, you took everyone with you. Is that what you're saying?
Sort of. I mean, especially her, but because like she was always the one having breakdown, and I was always trying to like solve shit. Talk with her, just finding ways, and every time I found a way until a point I couldn't find a way anymore, and I was like, I felt like I was the only one most like doing most of the only one like supporting her,
Emotionally.
But at the same time, I'm always really, I'm not always open about my feelings, so I can't say that like she didn't do shit, because maybe like she just didn't know like how I was, and she probably didn't predict that I would just fucking blow up like all of a sudden. But yeah, that fucking happened. So, and it's not like I can. What?
It was an unexpected change in emotions that she did not foresee.
Yeah, neither did I. I surprised myself as much as I surprised everyone else. And yeah.
Okay. What about the redemption? The redemption arc, fully complete.
But there was no redemption with her. Like the only redemption I could do was with myself, and I'm still not done with that. I feel like, there's things that just haunt me constantly because of, how much I fucked up. There's there's things I was actually able to get back. It doesn't have anything to do with her though, but it's another person. It's my dad. I don't know if I told you actually, but I called him back like 3 weeks ago, and I said, all right, it's been like literally 3 years we haven't seen each other, and last time he sent me a message which I didn't respond to, it was like 8 months ago. And I'm like, okay, I wanna quit the bullshit, I wanna. I'm soon to be 21. It's not like, my parental education is over now. It's all about me. But I need my dad. I want my dad, and I want I want him to know that I care about him, and that at least I was able to save that. I was able to save the relationship with my dad, and I went and I talked with him and said, I fucked up, you fucked up, because we kind of both like said shit on each other's back. And I'm like, I don't care about the family drama because it's like a constant family drama. It's a whole fucking story, but like I don't care about that. Like this is just between you and me. I want this. I just want to be able to say I love you, Dad. That's just stupid, but it's just that. Like I want to just get contact with you again because even though I know you weren't the best dad, you still tried. You didn't give up on me, like, and I gave up on him, and but yeah, a dad's a dad. You can't just judge him because he didn't do as much as you would expect to. And especially nowadays, like you should be glad that you you have a dad because a lot of fucking it's like couples are like it's more and more divorce and more people just just divorcing
Not only
sometimes.
divorce, but at the same time, I have friends in real life who don't have dads at all. In fact, I mean, some of them are dead or in another country, completely forgotten, and that just made me sit down and realize that I should not take a paternal parent with as granted, because I had a couple of friends who their dads just completely died, had a permanent case of death. Some dads just live abroad, completely abandoned them. So there's no contact. So I'm like, wow, I am really really glad that I have a dad at my house coming back and showing me love every single day of his life, despite what's happening at his job or whatever.
Yeah.
And that simple fact that most people sometimes don't even realize is that teaches you empathy towards other people and compassion. And that's why I understand your trouble, because I mean I don't have the I haven't experienced it firsthand, right? Because I mean my dad is alive and well, or neither is your dad dead. But what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
I just suddenly killed your dad like this, like, okay.
Your parents aren't divorced, right?
No, 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 they've been living together for 23 years, and I mean, hey. And the way I know that my family is functional, because they argue every single day about little things, which just which is just like bothersome a lot, but at the same time sign of a healthy relationship between family members, meaning that we have freedom to be honest with each other, and improve relationships and deepen them even more than they already were by just being a family. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. You did the right thing by just calling your dad and being honest, like, hey, I think we both fucked up, and you know, um,
Yeah, and just
just this reconciliation from both sides is what creates and deepens the relationship that they already are. So you did a great job on that. I would
I
really
mean
I
just
would had to say that.
just communication, and that's like the issue in my dad's family is that there is no communication, so to say. Like there's well the family is shattered, and yeah, like no one's trying to like go forward and say I did this and I did that and I want to make my apology. Everyone is just saying like, oh, he did this, and most of my family is pointing at my dad, and he did fucked up, but it's not just him, and even if it was just him, at the end of the day, it's a family. I mean, like there's nothing closer as like a human group than a family.
Tribe.
And you should just preserve that. You should keep this healthy. Don't like expel someone because he did this or that. I mean, like, okay, if if that person is like a fucking pedophile child murderer, like, yeah, shit is starting to kind of. But my dad just, I think he was just clumsy and he just fucked things up. He fucked my siblings' education. It turned him into literally sociopath. But acceptance is a thing, and it would solve literally everything if just like everyone, including my dad, would just go forward, put their shit on the table, and just say, hey, I did this, I did that. Let's just talk about it. But I just don't know if that's gonna happen, and it's not like I really care anymore. Like, the only thing I care is that just I have contact with my dad. That's the family and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
So
I'm planning to visit him soon. Like, he's still like at the Alps and shit, So I'd need to take like a bus to get there or something. It would take me like 4 hours. But I can
yeah, at least
go see him.
if your family doesn't come back together, you can definitely fix your relationship with your dad. I think that should be like more than enough for you to just forgive yourself,
Yep.
and forgive him as well at the same time. See, in fast psychology, if a memory is still, if you still think about a memory that is 18 plus months old, that means it had some profound impact on you that you still could not fix.
Yeah.
It could have been a relationship and a thing you did back in like school days or whatever, and like that's how it is. So the fact that you still think about your dad 3 years later, so that's more than 36 months, you know, that means that there was a profound impact in you and probably in him as well at the same time, to think about it constantly, not constantly maybe, but still keep coming back to it. So, and to take an action upon it is what will fix that problem.
Yep.
Exactly. Yes, you're doing all the right steps towards fixing, and big up, big man. You get me?
Big man.
Okay. Personal stuff aside, this got way too deep than it should have. Probably. So let's go to take a chill. Should take a road down the chill lane and discuss. What can we discuss? Holy fucking shit! I have
I
no
don't
clue.
know. I'm adding some cool gift to the stream.
Cool gifts to the stream. Bro, my screen is just like default as just a background image, Twitch viewers, and chatting slash AFK screens on the top. That's it. You see, my screen is compact and
disgusting.
pragmatic. No, it's not disgusting. It's a drawing by Alan Lee. How can you say that it's a drawing by? No, it's not Alan Lee. My bad. Someone else.
Arambe. Aramber.
What can you do? Jobs, not jobs. Fuck jobs. Whatever. I
Steve
started
Jobs.
a job. That doesn't matter. Fucking sports.
Yeah.
You watch sports. Yes, I don't care what you say. You watch sports, and
No.
that's all that matters.
No.
Right? Yes, you watch
No,
sports.
I know. That's a billion sports, man.
We have finally finished a very interesting and exciting year of Formula One this year. We've seen highs and lows of every single driver on the grid. And let's start all the way beginning, when coronavirus delayed the initial start of the 2020 F1 season. That is it. We are done. That's the sport talk, everybody. Now we go back to memes.
Pog.
Wow. We are so talkative.
Yeah.
The problem is, when you talk to the same person every single day, the subject The amount of subjects you talk about is so thin, especially when two people know each other well and share the similar ideas. That's why you need to have friends that do not think the same way as you.
Yeah,
You get me? You get
yeah.
me? You feel me?
I
Yes.
get you, man.
Because there's room for both of you to learn something new from each other and
And
deepen the relationship. You get me, man. You get me.
yeah, I get you.
Yes, you get me. You fucking.
Yo, chill out, chillax, man.
Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Sorry.
Dude, my stream is going crazy.
What's going on in your stream, brother?
I have a bunch of transparent gifts.
Why so many gifts, bro? What's wrong with me?
Dude, I got the Minecraft.
My Minsera.
I got fucking Minecraft gift.
This. What is this gift? Oh my god.
Dude.
Holy shit. What are you doing? Why would you do this?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I think we are quite out of ideas already. So I mean, hey, what can we do?
Hey, what can we do with the drunken sailor?
Game. We can stream ourselves gaming.
Gang,
Unless
shit.
you don't want a game. I bought Insurgency Sandstorm and I'm enjoying it. You should buy it too. You have money. You're
Yeah, I
French.
know. He told me how much
Rich.
you were fucking annoying about that game.
What do you mean? I'm fucking annoyed about that game. I've been around, bro. What do you mean?
What do you
It's 50%
mean?
off. Buy it right now. Or else.
Alright. Fuck the rest. I'm just gonna keep the skeletons.
Fuck the rest.
Nah, I got like coolio skeletons doing random shit. Just gonna
Coolly.
the fucking skeleton crew, man. Shit, look at that. This guy's fucking cooking.
I've been checking games.
Yeah, what up with games, man?
Racing games. And I bought 3 different racing games on Steam.
Yeah.
Past 10 days. I'm enjoying all of them, but I need more. I'm not satisfied with what I have. I
God
bought
damn
many
it.
games actually. Past October, November, and December, I bought a lot of fucking games. Like The Long Dark, Motorsport Manager, Deus Ex, 2 Deus Ex games, Mountain Blade, Hell Let Loose, Insurgency, Hold Fast, The Crew. Like I bought so many games in October, November, and December. I actually don't know what to play anymore. Did I put myself in a trap? What is it about?
Oh man, you bored as shit.
Yeah, I think the more games you have, the more bored you get because you played them and you don't know which one to play. Probably.
Yeah.
True crime. Let's talk about true crime. How about that?
Sea of Thieves is pretty alright.
So, there's a video. You should subscribe to this channel first, okay? It's JCS Criminal Psychology. Okay, this channel uploads videos of like crime investigations and basically interrogation videos and the I already forgot the word, honestly, analyzing them from the point of view of criminal psychology and the things that people that get interrogated do or whatever. It's super interesting and it's amazing to see what type of what lengths do people go to save themselves of trouble to go into jail. It's wow. It's so, I think, yeah. What can you say?
I don't know, man.
Recently there was a video about Jodi Arias. Jodi Arias, one of the most infamous cases in U.S. criminal history. of a girlfriend, a jealous girlfriend, killing his partner, his former partner, um, of jealousy, and playing a role of a
Oh wait, I am
innocent,
subscribed to this channel.
uh, innocent, religious person that would do nothing wrong and would not even hurt a simple dog. Um, of course, she is serving life sentence in jail without possibility of parole. Um, but it's a 2 hour documentary about that case, which is super interesting. And I love criminal investigations and interrogations because you can see the worst of the worst of people, or the most honest people there at the same time, if they are, of course, falsely accused of something. It's incredible.
Well,
Unfortunately, Georgia doesn't really have criminal psychology.
there's a Netflix series called Mindhunter, which is about like two dudes in FBI which are friends, and they're trying to like open up this they're trying to like learn like criminal psychology, like, and basically what they do is like they go interrogate like some of the biggest criminal in America, and
Mm-hmm.
it has 2 seasons. Second season came out recently, and it's really good. Like, I'm not too much into like police and stuff and all that, but like this was like directed towards like the most like fucked up criminal, and you had like Charlie Manson in there. Which is like he appears on the second season, and there's other ones before him, and uh, the actors like have like almost the exact same face as the killers, so that's kind of creepy as well. But it's a really good, like, there's a really nice vibe with the series. It's a really good one. Like, you should watch that if you're into criminal psychology. That should be
Yeah.
very very yummy.
Yeah, bro, criminal psychology, it's so complex, and the fact that you have to deal with criminals that will do and say anything just to get the dig themselves out of that trouble. It's up to you as an investigator, as a criminal psychologist, to basically find out what's true and what's not. And I think that's the most difficult part. One thing helps that, of course, there's investigation, evidence, and then you can logically deduct what is right and what is wrong in what the person is saying. And if something logically doesn't connect, oh, that person might be lying to you, and but you just keep on listening, and the analyzing whatever the person says, and then you come to a conclusion, charge them, send them to prison.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Wait,
that job.
um,
What?
I'm looking at the channel right now. Like, there's only like 10 videos. I remember there was a lot more. I
What?
think, the criminal psychology.
What?
I think there was way more videos. There's only 10 right now.
What? GCS,
Yeah,
JCS,
yeah,
10 videos.
yeah. Yeah. I remember like it was like way more.
I don't know. There's more videos than 10. It's just you go to video section. Like,
No,
for
like, I mean,
small,
if I go to video section, it's supposed to show me all the videos.
I think the best video they have done is the interrogation of Stephanie Lazarus, because it's the most interesting one by sheer fact that that person, Stephanie Lazarus, was a police woman.
Oh,
So
that one.
interrogating,
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah,
interrogating her is super difficult because she
yeah.
knows the tricks and stuff, but they somehow still manage to crack her and find holes in her like lie. I think she killed her husband, if I remember, and it's
She
so.
killed the girl that was like hanging out with her husband,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that was one.
and yes, oh yeah, 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 Stephen Lazarus, bro. Like, I
It's
watched that
so
one. It's
super long,
holy
but
shit.
it's yeah.
Like, it makes you nervous. It makes you nervous towards the end because you're like, well, she's like fucking. She's a crazy bitch.
Yeah, oh bro, yeah, because and she's a policeman, right? And the people that are interviewing her are her mates, basically, the
Yeah.
friends. So it's super difficult and it's super interesting as well. Like even the people that know this can crack under pressure and tiredness.
I mean, didn't it take them like 20 something years in order to convict her?
Did it?
I think.
I think it did. Wait,
Because
Let's take a look.
the case.
Yeah, so it says on February 24th of 1986 is when the body was found. And then by the time she was actually arrested and charged, it was June 2009.
Okay, yeah, wow, it took so long. But the sentence is 27 years to life.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oof. Yeah, the newest video they did on Jodi Arias. That's actually contender for me, one of the best their videos they have ever done, because her case is just, I don't know. It's actually it's a murder of Travis Alexander. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the boyfriend. And when I was digging deep into this rabbit hole, I found another case of is it Dale? No, it wasn't Dale. Murder of Dale Harry. It was murder of Ryan
How long was he?
Poston. Yeah, Ryan Poston.
Surrender.
Was an American attorney, and her girlfriend, I think it was ex-girlfriend, killed him. Sorry, my bad. And she was being interviewed and said that so her claim was that she killed Ryan because of self-defense. She called 911, said that she killed her boyfriend and she did it for self-defense. And there's interrogation, all that kind of stuff, her saying that, oh my god, I did this, would everybody marry me in the future and whatever. And when the investigator leaves the room, she says all out, and I quote, I did it. Yes, I did it. I can't believe I did that. And I am so good at acting. She was arrested for
She's
murder.
retarded.
Yeah, Hobers, the woman that killed Ryan. Hobers was arrested for murder, and she was held on a $5 million bond. $5 million bond. So yeah, her sentence was life imprisonment, with parole, with minimum of 20 years. For that parole to be in power. So yeah, I mean, she was instantly caught. But the thing is, in her first trial, which was I think on January 2013, she pled not guilty for murder charges, and the original verdict of a judge was 40 years. She appealed that verdict, and after re-investigation, they gave her a life sentence. So she's even more fucking dumb for doing that. Yeah, it happened in Kentucky. Yeah, it was Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, she deserved it.
Oh my god. So she was given 40 years, appealed it, and got life sentence. Even worse. But it was with possibility of parole after a minimum of 20 years. Bro, some of these murder cases are like, wow, just I don't know. Those are very interesting, and I think U.S. criminal investigations are like the best things to watch on YouTube at the moment, for me.
And I mean, at least in America, they sort of have like an actual decent like way of judging people. Well, it depends, though, because I've seen like an unfair story, but like in France, for an example, you're gonna go ahead and kill someone, you're probably gonna like be in jail for like, I don't know, 10-20 years max, even if
Is there a maximum sentence?
well, there's life sentence when you steal money to the government. You have more chance to have a life sentence if you're like dealing drugs and shit than fucking killing someone.
Yeah, I mean,
Because the government doesn't give a shit that much if you kill someone. They're just giving you 20 years to show, the example. But when they really show the example is when you're fucking with their economy, because when you're selling drugs like that, they don't get none of that. They don't get that money, not a fucking cents, not a penny. So this is when they get really fucking frustrated, really angry, and this is why like drug dealers spend a fucking life sentence. Meanwhile, we get fucking killers and shit who've actually killed people who just come after 20 years. Yeah, just imagine the face on the families who lost their member, and the dude just come out of there 20 years later with a big smile on his face.
Damn,
I think honestly,
fucking
life sentence on most cases, like if you actually killed someone, like I think you should just have a life sentence, because
first degree, second degree murder. I think that's just kind of
yeah,
how the judge judges the case with all the evidence and stuff, and then they make a decision. It's
because
not just
to me the most forbidden thing a human can do is take another human's life.
oh, yes.
Like, because there is no fucking reason we're like on top of the food chain and we don't eat each other. Like, there is no fucking reason to shoot each other. There's no reason to kill each other. Like, the sole purpose some people do that is just to, feel that power, feel that adrenaline. Because,
Mm.
I mean, you feel like a god. And just imagine just fucking taking someone's life. It's like, just like that.
Holy shit!
And
I can do this.
yeah, I can do this. I can do it again. They're
Yeah.
gonna let me go in 20 years. I'm gonna fucking do it again. You know, this is like literally.
Yes.
So I'm pretty unhappy about just how they just don't care. They just don't care
Mhm.
about fucking
Yeah,
criminals.
those are mentally insane people, and or sociopaths or even psychopaths. Sociopaths, I would say, are more dangerous when you don't notice them
Yeah, because
because
that's
they
the
are
thing.
they are snakes.
They're
It's like
sly. They're
it's
sly.
super fucking sly, and they just do the job in the dark. You can notice a psychopath who the fuck it is, right? It's like, oh, this guy's fucking crazy. Let me get the fuck out. With sociopath, they play the mind game. They play the emotional game, the fake game, and it's like if you're not attentive to human emotions, reactions, and stuff, you're not going to find out if a person is a sociopath or not. Really. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Um, like sociopathy, for example. Stephanie Lazarus was a fucking sociopath. She was lying her way and got away with it for years, but then she was eventually caught with all the evidence and whatever. There's also another case of Dalia Dipolito. Dipolito, a so she wanted to kill her boyfriend, not indirectly, but she wanted to hire an assassin. And when she was about to meet the assassin, and they did, but what Dahlia didn't know that the assassin or hitman that she was hiring was actually an undercover FBI agent. And how did FBI know about this? Dahlia, Dahlia's ex-boyfriend found out about her wanting to kill her current boyfriend. So what ex-boyfriend did is notify the current boyfriend like, yo, Dahlia is trying to kill you. You need to notify the FBI. And the ex-boyfriend did notify the FBI. And but FBI decided to play this low game and hire a fake hitman to go and basically interview her. And the thing is, I think she still isn't caught somehow. It's um, it took so many years for some reason for her case to be closed. Um, they called the murder for a period of sentenced to 20 years in prison. It took so many years, even though they had an immense amount of evidence against her. They still couldn't like make a case for life sentence, so they just gave her like 20 years, and the case lasted like way longer than it actually should have. So yeah, I mean, sometimes police makes dumb mistakes, even though they do some things really good. It's just all about, I guess, competence. How you deal with the thing. Case, bruh. Go on about this forever and ever, but we have to switch the subject because it's going to become boring. Unless we are done.
I mean,
because I don't have
it's only an hour and 15 minutes. That's pretty good.
I would say that's pretty good as well. I'm happy with this result. I am happy with this result, and I think we will do better next time. Yes.
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 Next episode we will have Gypsy Crusader. Dude, if we can get Gypsy on the fucking oh my god.
Can we do
Hi, I'm
Hi. I'm the Riddler.
My Discord broke.
Shit.
I cannot do anything. I'm speaking, but I cannot interact with Discord at all. I might have to. Okay, we are back. Yeah, we are back, but I'm pretty sure we have to say goodbye now to our fellow viewers. This podcast will most likely be available on YouTube to listen to, Spotify, the fucking Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, we're on Spotify. We have a Patreon. It's still open. It's still open.
Oh my
I
God.
gotta check.
Okay, whatever. Donate to fucking Patreon so Yeg might help his financial situation.
Yeah.
And peace.
Peace.